Today we're doing something special. We've been asked from people kind of all over the world even, hey, what gear do you guys use live with Jeremy? And so today we're gonna talk about the gear that we tour with, the guitars, the amps, the keyboards, all that fun stuff. Let's get started.
Hey guys, I'm Walt. I play bass for Jeremy. With Jeremy for about 9 years now. I have 2 pairs of in-ear monitors. Both are from 64 Audio. First off, I have a pair of the A4s and a pair of the A12s. Quad drivers for the A4s and actually 12 drivers per side for the A12s. All of my basses I play in a drop tunings. The 4th string is actually dropped down to D and the others are standard, and then on the one of the jazz basses I have that dropped down to C sharp and down a half step on the other 3 strings. So my 2 P basses, I've got a 1973 P bass, all original bass. It's maple fretboard, and it is strung with round wound standard. The strings I use are D'Addario. These are actually the first pack of strings I've purchased when I started playing when I was 12. Second P bass I have out is a 1971 P bass, again all original, with a rosewood fretboard, and it's strung with flats. I carry 2 different P basses out. They both have a different tone. I've got a 1978 jazz bass, again all original. It's strung with D'Addario round wounds, the EXP 50s again, and rosewood fretboard. The 4th bass I have out is a Sur bass. It's their J bass, which is an amazing instrument. Again, it's strung with D'Addario rounds. This is the bass that I have tuned down, so it is drop C sharp on this bass. It's dropped a half step down, and again the 4th string is dropped to C sharp. All these basses are passive. Passive basses, basically there's a passive basses and active basses. I prefer passive basses. It's just more of an organic tone, and definitely an old school tone. Again, I like vintage instruments, so I prefer a little bit more of a vintage tone than a modern tone, which a lot of modern basses are active basses, which you have a battery or some sort of external power source onto the pickups and the electronics, and just gives you a little bit more headroom. I'll go into Aguilar Optimizer, which is an octave pedal. Then that's going to a Bassmaster fuzz pedal, into a Aguilar tone hammer, which I use as a distortion pedal, and then also into a Tech 21 Sanzant bass driver DI, which I use that to add just a little bit of dirt to the signal. From there, the signal goes directly into Aguilar DB750, which is a hybrid head. It's a tube front end with a solid state power amp. And then from the Aguilar through the effects loop, I'm using an Empirical Labs distressor for my live rig, and it is a studio grade compressor. So from the 750, obviously, the 750 is going to power an 810 cabinet. That's what I use live. And we also mic that 810. We mic using a Heil PR40. All 3 of us, Caleb, Toby, and myself, use Ultra Case guitar boats, and they are the absolute best made guitar boats. Been using for a number of years Planet Waves straps and picks and accessories. All of my cables are Planet Waves cables, and been loving those guys. So that's pretty much it. This is the gear I've used on the I Will Follow tour.